Going off like that.
I laugh at fuzzball. Hey, fix your hair up, is that you pretty now? Sounds like a major side change you've got going on there.
Major what?
Side change thing going on. Right, gentlemen, we are recording, as they say.
Hello, welcome to UFC 100 live from Las Vegas.
That's right, for the first time ever, the UFC show, the MMA show, is going to be shot from Vegas.
As you can see, we're here in Vegas. Yes, that's a real Las Vegian. Yes, that's this was shot yesterday at the Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon? Yes. I'm Master Wang.
I'm Mark the Muscle Mo Wilson.
And this is the MMA show for UFC 100. So we're going to be looking at some of the best and greatest picks of UFC 100 and some rumours. And if you think this is unprofessional, go fuck yourself. Okay.
That's that covered. Well, we'll talk about the main event first. Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir. How do you see that one playing out?
A cock in the chest. Brock Lesnar is going to flatten him.
Super stud. I see that fight pretty much going as the last one did. He's going to bulldoze him, pound him a lot, but I think he's going to be much more aware of submissions. That's right, big ham fisters.
He's got serious ham fists. Serious ham fists. They're bigger than your head, Mark. You know what I mean? 3XLs, 4XLs.
Massive gloves.
Yeah. And, again, if anything the last fight was anything to go by, it's just going to straight in.
Looking at Mir's last fight, he has improved a lot. Against Nogueira, I was shocked how good his boxing was, or how bad Nogueira was. But I don't think that's going to make any difference against Brock.
Does he get big hands?
They're not bad, they're okay as hands go. Bigger than mine's.
And Nogueira's hands are fair size, but it's his heart that's huge.
He can take an ass whooping.
Yeah, and he always gets back up, but not with Mir.
No.
But it doesn't neglect the fact that Mir's a cock. And Brock's got a cock on his chest.
It's the clash of the cocks.
So, Brock
as well. Mir is coming off a 3-fight win streak, but I think that's going to end with the unification of the titles. Brock Lesnar.
That's it. Size and a bit of, Brock Lesnar.
Cool.
Fight number 2.
GSP, Thiago Alves. I think I'm actually going to go with the underdog in this fight. I think Alves is going to knock him out. If it goes to the latter rounds, I think his gas tackle come into it in a way because
he's gas tackle.
Aye, it's a technique you don't know. His gas tank will come into question. He's so big. In fact, I think he's the biggest welterweight in the UFC. He's just.
But he never comes in weight. He always comes in 2 pounds over because he said he's 4 McDonald's beforehand. Which
will be a problem come title fights. You need to be almost on the money. So, but I still think he'll make weight this time, and I think he's going to knock GSP out.
As we were discussing earlier, and the folk that you were saying GSP has beat, or the list of names that GSP has beat, GSP is going to run through Thiago.
You're looking at BJ Penn twice, Hughes twice, Sean Shirk, Frank Trigg, Carol Parisian. The list goes on. He's crushed nearly everybody in that welterweight division.
And John Fitch, who was a serious contender, phenomenal, one of the longest winning streaks in the UFC, and he made it look easy.
Well,
BJ Penn made it look easy.
John Fitch beat Alves. So did Spencer Fisher right enough. Don't know how good that makes it.
Spencer the King Fisher.
Triangle. Nice touch.
So, I'm going for main man, French Canadian, who was dubbed in the fantastic movie Never Surrender. Never watched that movie. It's absolutely gash, and like soft porn.
He's also said he's not sure if he's going to use the breathing technique again, the old
Vaseline in the chest.
Cheating bastard.
I like Vaseline in the bit.
No comment. So
GSP.
Thiago Alves, new welterweight champion.
No. Next one, we've got the finale of the Tough 9. It's going to be a fine battle, and if anything goes, Dan Henderson versus Bisping, and obviously the winners of the Tough 9 was the UK team or the English team. Both divisions, and one was an all.
I was very impressed with the boy Wilkes. I mean, he was hammering that guy standing and then eventually choked him. It's quite good to see that smug American getting his ass kicked.
Not to say that all Americans are smug.
Especially the guys about here.
Yeah, Las Vegas has been quite nice, but I was impressed by how clean it was. And the size of the steaks, like that one I had for dinner. That one, yeah.
He's a liar, he's not about the casino, he doesn't know how clean it is.
There's no exit signs.
Can you say?
There's no clocks, no exit signs. What are we supposed to do? But
on a serious note, talking about, I think it's Bisping, Hendo we're talking about here. I see Henderson coming out aggressive as usual, big looping punches, clinching up with him, hold over under, ragdolling him, taking him down, pounding him a lot. The only problem I see for Hendo is he sometimes gets suckered into trading with people, and he'll get picked apart, probably not finished but outpointed. So the way forward for him is definitely take it to the floor. He's a lot older though, so if it goes to maybe second and third round, he's 38 now, he's an old man.
but he's got the chin.
Oh, desperate Dan.
He's cow pies.
Desperate Dan.
He's got the chin. He likes.
He's a cowboy.
He likes Stargate. No, I mean that's how cool is that? But I have to say he's going to win the first round, but Bisping is going to win the fight.
You're a massive Dan Henderson fan.
I am a big Dan Henderson fan, but I'm also a bit of a realist. He's going to win. He's going to win the first round, and he's going to win it well. But then Bisping's going to learn to stay away from the big
overhands and hooks,
and he's going to win the fight.
As usual, I disagree, but that's par for the course by now of the show. I'm going Dan Henderson.
And I'm going Michael Bisping. The count.
Fight that's actually happening on the card also, I think it's happening after that one, is John Fitch, Thiago.
Aye.
You know the dude. I think he's only had one fight in the UFC. Sparkled Koscheck. He's a 7 policeman still. Again, that's the only fight I've seen him. I've also read he's quite handy with his leg locks and his head kicks. So watch for some of that.
But John Fitch, I just have so much faith in that guy. I think he's a
seasoned pro.
Fantastic guy. Comes in condition, technical.
Beard.
A lot
of the time.
Dedicated. One of these guys that sort of, done the waiting job, this job, so he could pay for his training, trained all the time, and is awesome. He's
a big guy, good wrestling. I see that probably being the difference.
Purdue University. Purdue, something like that. It's an American university.
Maybe go visit after.
Maybe Las Vegas, next town along, New York. Is that the way it works here?
No idea.
Las Vegas next to New York?
As far as my geography is concerned, I think it is. It's just next to Beijing also.
Is that serious? Is Las Vegas not next to New York?
No, it's miles away.
Alright.
It's closer to LA.
Is LA not next to Las Vegas?
They're both kind of neat. Well, LA's on the east coast, then no, it's on the west coast, and then LA's kind of just a couple hundred miles away from Las Vegas.
We flew in a plane. You know what I mean? We flew in a plane.
Walking's for mugs.
We landed. We've been in the casino, playing the slot machines. That's not the penny slot or the nickel slot.
That's some high rollers you're looking at here.
The dimes now. That's the $3 slot, my man.
Anyway, back to the John Fitch fight. Big guy, good wrestler. I see him probably taking him down, blanketing him, and winning.
John Fitch, yeah.
John Fitch as well.
For sure.
So that's us covered basically the main fights, the UFC 100. I think also talk a wee bit some fight that's just happened, or a fight card that's just happened with Big Bob Sapp and Bob Lashley. Lashley coming out on top.
He did, aye, and he just straight away just shot down. Double-legged him, dumped him, and pounded, ham-fisted him, and
as usual, Bob Sapp quits.
He actually tapped once, the referee never seen it, took a huge big bash, and then tapped again. So I don't think we'll see the monster that is the Sapp.
Bob, you're a big funny guy, but you're a pussy. Man up.
By the way,